everybody, and welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2. We're back with Karak, Kadrin, baby, and the dwarves are reassembling from our previous and unfortunate loss, but again, that's okay. The Green Sins beat back Ungrim Iron Fist in the last episode as Slayer Throng. Not really, it didn't really do what I was expecting it to do, but that's fine. Take things as they come, and we're gonna be just a-okay. Now, we got a barracks up here, and I'm gonna build a little bit more of a traditional dwarf army, just because I like it a lot better than the Slayer build. Because Slayers are very, how should I say? They're very like kamikaze in the type that, yeah, they'll get a lot of kills, but they will die themselves. And for a front line, that doesn't really do what I'm looking for. Now, Ungrim Iron Fist is gonna be back here in a couple turns. Three more turns until he's here, and you know, I'll probably replace him in this main army, but I think I want to keep around another army as well. I'm gonna try and keep up the Slayer Throng with Ungrim Iron Fist. I think I like playing, you know, role playing a little bit, being themey in my army builds, but it's just not really an effective build right now. He needs to get some levels, and he needs to get some of those skills for Slayers to make them a lot better. And then, well, of course, I need a Runesmith as well. And then I'll go back to building Slayers, Giant Slayers, and get the Slayer Horde ready to smite down our enemies. Excuse me. Other than that, like, things are pretty okay. These guys are down to their last province. They might be able to take this place back, but they're not going to be able to push any further. This army will be up in no time, and then we'll be able to just push them back. Now, my main worry is that they did have big guns. The Orc big guns are terrifying, dude. And even though it is vanilla, not quite SFO levels of terrifying, they're still pretty terrifying for an early game dwarf army. Because of that high weapon damage, armor piercing, man. They are they're a nightmare to deal with for now, that's for sure. Now, at least they're not getting any like super high tier units. No black orcs, thankfully. But I don't know how long that will last. So we're gonna try and get this army up, and then I'm gonna try and move in and secure this, and then try and kill their armies, and then march on the settlement. I don't think I can fight all three at the same time, even with a full 20 stack up. I would need multiple armies to do that. It's a little bit funny, actually, because we're kind of in the same situation I'm at with my Skaven campaign, where I've got the enemies down to their last stronghold, but they're just kind of, like, blobbing up there, and there's not much I can really do about it. I'm not actually going to upgrade the settlement, because I think I'm going to lose it anyway, and so that'd just be a waste of money. And so we're just going to continue on here now. Not mistaken, the next level will give me Quarrelers, yeah. Okay, so that's good. Dwarf with great weapons. We need an armory. We need the blacksmith up, which we can't get yet because it's only a level 2. Man, this thing upgrades so slowly. So this would be 4, and then this will be 5. That's very unfortunate. Whenever you upgrade and you get all the single tier upgrades in the beginning is always tough. But oh well. We're just gonna continue to get some more dwarf warriors here. Get some Slayers. It's always nice to have some Slayers, especially if they get any trolls or anything. Or trolls or Slayers really thrive as anti-large. They got a big bonus to it, and so they can really take down those large unarmored targets like trolls very quickly. And so it's always nice to have some a little bit in the back line, but we're gonna kind of be more reserved on the number of Slayers we bring in this army, that's for sure. But for now, they're just kind of like sitting up. They are taking attrition, which is good because they're too close. They have that animosity going on, so they're infighting. Kind of like the Hordes of Chaos. Oh, not what I wanted to press. Kind of like the Hordes of Chaos. They fight each other whenever they're too close or whenever their fightiness goes down. Which I think is what's happening here. And hopefully we'll be able to take good care of that. Now, my hope is that they don't really move out anytime soon to go take this place. Because if I can just hold here, that would be pretty nice. Maybe build up a second army. I don't know if I'm going to have the funds for that, though. Dwarves are kind of expensive. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see. Also, lucky for us, the undead seem to be just chilling. Big Poppy, Manfred the man-child hasn't taken over yet. Oh, it looks like they're coming. I might be able to move out. I don't think I'd make it in time. That's alright. It's only making me, what, 80 a turn anyway, so that's fine. We'll just retake it when we come back through, and maybe they'll build up there instead, or they won't have as good as a garrison. Okay, so we got that. A little bit more income. Man, we're not making a lot of money, are we? Let's get dwarf treasuries. Just increase my income again. Because I think that's really going to be an issue here. Now let's get some quarrelers up. These guys are going to be good. Quarrelers are really good range units. Oh, excuse me. They have shields and armor. And I think I've said it before, but whenever they reload, they turn their backs. So they get a missile block chance. And so they're just really solid. Very nice to have. And I might actually get some miners as well. Miners are kind of an interesting pick. Really want miners with blasting charges. But I can't get that because I need a gunsmith's forge, which is the next level up. But miners are just pretty good. That armor piercing and of course that gate potential. They really just break through gates pretty quickly. And that's always good to have. So we're going to throw in one of those. Getting some more. And hope that we'll be ready when the York Tide once again crashes against our shores. Which I think we will. Now, are we at war with these guys down here? I really wish I could move the camera around during these end turn phases, like I can in multiplayer. That is something that's really annoying. I don't know why you can move around in multiplayer, but not in single player. It would just be really nice to be able to actually, like, see, so I can plan out my next attack moves during these ridiculously long end turn timers. Mortal Empires, it's an amazing game, but, like, you know, this is, oh, it's so long, dude. It takes literal minutes sometimes to get through it, especially in the end game. I have to start cutting them out when we get there, but that's not an issue for today. For today, our main issue is to wipe out the orcs. That's my main goal for this episode, to kill these guys, and then maybe take Mount Gunbad, if I'm lucky. Oh, Red Eye, what are they doing? Oh, they're just sitting there. They're just waiting, trying to raid as much as they can. I might be able to move in and reinforce it, but it's worth a shot. I'll start moving up my army, at least to the edge of the border, because I can still recruit that way. That's not like SFO where I get the garrison bonus anyway. Bam. Ooh. Stone, income from mines, gold mine. I don't think I actually have any of these, so I might as well get some diplomatic points with Zufbar. Gonna want to be confederating them anyway. Yeah, I'll move to the edge of my own territory. Let's see. Yeah, I'll get those two. Ungrim Iron Fist is actually back. And I'm tempted. Man, he just gives plus 10 melee attack, huh? I'm kind of tempted to just recruit him up here, but I don't know if I just want to like throw him away like that if they do decide to attack this turn. Yeah, I'll wait at least a turn. You know, I'll replace this lord. I'll send this lord back to like Grashnack's lair, the Snack Shack, to defend up the Snack Shack, and maybe build a second army with that. I think that would be good call. Maybe. We'll see. Because I do want those RORs, and the easiest way to get that is through the lord that's highest level already, plus to get his legendary items and skills and such would be for the best to get some of those before Chaos shows up. But, you know, things will happen as they happen. And my hope is that Khazid Urkulaz doesn't fall here. I hope. Now, since they do have big guns, that means they can recruit big guns. And that's a little bit of an issue. they're gonna be doing a lot of damage, but thankfully they are low on fightiness. Excuse me again. Sorry, man. They are low. They are low on fightiness, so they are taking attrition. So it means they're not gonna be at their full potential. Oh, they're moving up a hero. Are they gonna move up? No, they still didn't move up. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. I think my cat is being a little bit of a turd. I think I need to go let him in, so we'll just go and do that real quick. Come on, cat. You gonna come in? There we go. He is in. Everyone's happy for now. He's a jerk. Man, I'm losing 163 a turn. Oh, that's bad. I'm actually gonna go bankrupt.
What? Move!
Yikes, that's not a good thing. Not even have a full stack either. Very much not an ideal situation to be in. Let's see. 126, 147, 187. I could get rid of a grudge thrower. Ooh, I could get rid of a slayer unit. I think I'm gonna do that.
Ready.
I don't think I'm missing out on one slayer is gonna be that big of a deal. I don't think they can recruit trolls yet. Man, he has a lot of big guns.
For the wisdom of the layer.
And we'll wait on getting Ungrim here. Oh. I want to keep this guy though. Can I afford? What's Ungrim's upkeep? 321. Cannot afford that really. Maybe I'll take Karak and Gore with this army as it is, and then we'll move up, and then we'll get Ungrim back. Once we have Karak and Gore and a little bit more of an economy. Also, these guys could stop raiding. That would be ideal, I'd say. But we'll just have to see. Now I wonder if I attack them, they're gonna retreat back. Because if they are, that's not an amazing situation, but it's not horrible either. I think I can beat both armies in the field, but not with the garrison. Though beating them in the field is gonna be pretty tough. I have the Lord and the Thane, so we can probably group up and take down a Lord. I'm assuming with two Lord characters on them, 2 heroes, whatever. The Orc Lords are a little bit more fightier than Dwarf Lords, but Dwarf Lords are pretty stalwart, right? High morale, high armor, high defense, like every Dwarf unit. And so my worry is I'm not going to kill them quickly enough to really make a difference. That's a really good thing about Ungrim, is he just kills stuff fast, especially large stuff. With his armor piercing and all that, but the regular Lord doesn't really have those opportunities available to him. Looks like they're cycling a hero between these two armies. They can't decide which army he wants them to go in. Now, if we strike now, that means they won't have that hero. What is he? That's right. Is it a shaman, a knight, big boss? Oh man, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure what hero does the Untainted. All right, grudge issued. Win 3 battles against the following race, Greenskin tribes. The held in Grimnir's seething site, Bugsman Brewery is one of the greatest of all brew houses, where the fabled Bugsman Quintuple X was created. A few casks of which still exist, but it all ended when a Groby fell upon the fortified brewery, enslaving and killing the Bugman clan, and worst of all, drinking all the ale. How dare they? Such an atrocity is a grudge that can never be truly settled. Go and slay the greenskins to slave this open wound. Damn straight. Bugsman is an interesting character, who didn't really show up in the lore until the end times. He was kind of just mentioned in the Bugsman clan and of course the brewery, which is somewhere around Karak Dormar. It's down in this area. That's where you can build a legendary landmark anyway. And yeah, they make the Quintuple X brew, which is, whew, and that's pretty distilled booze right there. But even still, he kind of comes back in the end time, Bugman and his rangers, who are essentially just, I don't know, just more shootier rangers than normal dwarf rangers. And he comes to the High King during the end times and gives him a taste of this legendary brew, and it heals all his wounds and stuff and makes him feel good. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go off and do something spooky, or yeah, I'm gonna go off and save dwarves or whatever. He's gonna like unite the lost dwarves who are still not found or something like that, and it never shows up again in the end times. So that's pretty cool. The dwarves are pretty disappointing in the end times, honestly. What isn't disappointing about the end times? But yeah, that's Bugsman. He just makes brew and he's cool and a kind of a god, I think they hint at. So anyways, we get Dwarven Resolve. More morale is always more good. We're just gonna get into range to attack this boy. We'll see if he brings up his entourage. Man, that's a lot of big guns. Let's see here, man. Yeah, they already have that level 3 barracks already. Jeez.
Summon me if you dare.
I want to see what is that? It's a Goblin Big Boss. Okay, nice to know.
For the wisdom of the
I think they're a little bit like captains, right, from the Empire. They're kind of just not amazing. I guess you can put them on a spider and they're pretty fast, and I guess you can make a gang of them and just, you know, surround any lord or hero that you want dead and kill them. But yeah, I don't think they're that great on their own. Night Goblin Shaman would be a little bit more of a different story. Magic's always terrifying in this game. So one thing I'm going to miss out on by being the dwarves is not having a lot of spells or magic at my disposal. I get runes, yeah, sure, but none of those runes really destroy stuff like spells do. But what do you want, cat? Alright, the vampire counts. It's weird that Eschen still isn't taken. Normally by now all of those provinces would be taken. Wallenhof, Essen probably as well. But no, Manfred the Man-Child is just doing something. It's not even defended. So like, is Dankenhof like under siege? Man, if the vampire counts like were knocked out from Tempelhof, that'd be pretty funny. Oh, looks like the Tempelhof might be knocked out by Ostermark. That would be an interesting turn of events. See Ostermark actually do something for once, instead of just declaring war on the Empire for no reason and then just sitting there with Betchfin for the entirety of the game. Oh, he tried to assassinate my Thane. He's coming at me 1v1. Huh. Well, this is not gonna end well for you, Morglum, a bootlicker. You're gonna be licking my boot, or, you know, your brain is gonna be stuck to the bottom of my boot once I'm through with you. Man, so he just threw himself at me, huh? Well, it's time for the Dawi to show him that this is a mistake. Time to avenge our previous failings and appease the ancestors. Right, here we are on the field of battle. My lord and my Thane there looking pretty dope as always. Man, look at this Thane. Man, he looks so badass. I love that, like the feathery helmet there. Now, we got a kind of more traditional style build here. This is pretty much how most dwarf armies I build kind of go. Got that pretty sturdy front line there. Got the back line of crossbowmen, and then the slayers and miners here to go in wherever they're needed. The miners, usually I'm going to try and get them with blasting charges later on. They'll be up front, like in a vanguard, to throw their blasting charges and then retreat back. But for now, they don't have that, so they're just going to sit in the back and keep their armor piercing here, wherever those big guns decide to show their face. Now let's see. Let's target these big guns here. Oh, beautiful shots there from the grudge throwers. And sword and mesa all together. I think a lot of these guys are big guns. Let's see. Oh, there's some more big guns over here. Oh, I got my ranged units on guard mode. And now they're into the crossbowmen. Crossbowmen I don't think are going to be doing too much, especially against the orc boys. The big guns, though, they don't have a missile block chance, as you can notice, since they're dual wielding. So they're going to be taking a lot more damage from these crossbows than any of these other units. All the crossbows coming in. They got some Night Goblin archers, but I'm not really worried about that. Man, these grudge throwers are really doing some work here. Right into these big guns, which is always good. They got some nasty skulkers and Night Goblins going around the flanks, but I have the slayers to intercept anything that tries to get into my back line, and of course the miners. Seems that they're now charging into the front line. I'm gonna gang up on their lord here. Let's see. So there's some big guns over here, and there's some big guns right there. And it looks like my right flank unit over here is going to get pretty demolished. They have 3 units on them. Now what's interesting is they didn't actually attack in this direction right here. Man, we broke these guys super fast. That's orc leadership for you. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of pull around, and we're going to completely surround these greenskins right here. Yep, and the surrounding begins, and then they're going to be put in a very bad position. Also position some corlers more sideways to give them some cover fire. And this main line seems to be going pretty well. Don't let my lords go off, bring them back to the front line. Looks like they might be needed over here. They got these nasty skulkers in, but they didn't really get them behind. They are into the far flank though, so it did buckle the line a little bit, but things are going okay. Pull these guys around. Bring these guys back. Yeah, all these troops broke. Greenskin morale proving as terrible as always. Grudge throwers are picking them off as they run away along with the crossbowmen. Oh, looks like this lord wants to have a go again. Round 2. We'll pull these guys around. Attack into their rear. Allow my lord and thane go after these guys. Pull these guys back. Don't let them go running off into the sunset, because I need them here to continue fighting in case these guys rally, which they might do. But I think at this point, this battle is pretty much ours. Let's watch this duel over here. 2 dwarf heroes taking off Bootlicka. Oh man, that ninjutsu move right there. Oh, and he's running. I would be too. Tiny man like that, like half your size, coming up and kicking you in the abdomen. That'd be terrifying. He can jump for a tiny little fella. Oh man, he is so low. Let's see if I can pick him off with some crossbowmen here. Now, optimally, I would leave him alive, just because then he would be super injured when I follow him, but I want to do this for my own personal gain. Well, it looks like their army is shattered. Some crossbow bolts are coming in, but none of them are really finding their mark. Alright, that's fine. With that, their army is broken here. It's shattered. Watch as these last few grudge thrower shots come in. Oh, that goblin got turned into red paste. Some more shots coming in. Oh, brutal. Oh, direct hit onto that guy. Oh, with that, that is the end of this battle. Here we are. A very decisive victory. We only lost 214 while they lost 729. Say that's a pretty good win right there. Execute the captives. He's gonna run off, and then I'm just gonna hold my ground here. Really, I want both their armies to come at me here, because even still, I could push on them here, sure, but I don't think I'm gonna get anything done unless. Do miners have siege attacker? Can this army reinforce? You know what I'm thinking here. Hold on. If I attacked, they wouldn't be able to reinforce. And now, do miners have the siege? No, they don't. Ah, that's a shame. I thought they did. I guess in SFO they do. Anyways, I was wondering if the miners had the siege attacker, then I think I would just go straight for the settlement and straight up take it. But no, unfortunately not. So I'm gonna move to just the edge of my territory, and we're gonna camp and stance. Give us a nice boost to some stats, and we'll be healing right at the border of their territory. That should also hopefully tempt them to march at me with both their armies, so I can wipe out their forces and then move in and take the city. That's kind of the ideal play here. Now, both my people here did level up, so that's good. Blade Master and Root Marcher, of course. All good stuffs. And you know what? I can afford. I would like to get another Slayer unit. The Slayer's actually pretty good. They got like 100 kills that battle, so that was pretty nice. I'm gonna upgrade my settlement here. And yeah, it's gonna be my turn. But yeah, that's kind of how you're supposed to use Slayers. in general in terms of a dwarf army. What I did there, just kind of use them to kind of flank or to counter any large units that the enemy may bring. If there's large units, you should keep the slayers in your back line to reinforce wherever the monsters are coming stomping through. But if not, then it's usually a good idea to flank around their infantry, because they can do a lot of killing if they're attacking them from behind and not take a lot of damage in return. As we did there, because then they're not doing their full damage back and they're getting pretty hurt, and their morale will also be lowered because they're getting the attack in the rear penalty. And it's just a massacre. But in a Slayer Throng army, when your front line is Slayers, it becomes a little bit difficult. Hey, that's neither here nor there. And the Slayer army is gonna have to wait for a little while. Man, this guy is trying to assassinate everybody. Oh, here we are. Here's the big battle. Ornery Backslider. Here for round fucking 2, dude. Oh, you made a big mistake by coming for us again. Bootlicka? Oh, you're gonna get it now. What, he has 91 HP? As soon as he gets into combat, he's done, dude. He does have poison attacks, which is a little bit interesting. I guess he might have that trait on him. Might have the tricky trait. So, that's a little bit unfortunate. Now, this is a lot of big guns. Like, my god. That's why I got to kill these armies, man, and really take them out now before they become too big of a threat. But now we must hold our new fortification we put up on their border. Man, those guys are dead. And we have to deal with this greenskin threat. With their army dead here, we can then probably march in, finish them off, and take the settlement. So this is a very important battle. And let's get into it. The battle for, what is this? Kazid Irkulaz, it'll say, but it is the battle for their capital. Let's get into it. And alrighty, here we are back again. Same kind of deal going on. This is actually the same map that we just fought on, so that's a little bit funny. But nonetheless, it's still the same tactic. Really going for the same idea here, to just kind of mess them up. Now here they are coming up the hill, and our grudge throwers are going to have a little bit of fun as they just poke into these guys. Orc arrow boys. Looks like they're going to probably wait for reinforcements, as they usually do. And in that case, I might shift a little bit. Might rotate my army to match their kind of oncoming style here.
I am the ranking lord.
Oh, ooh! So it looks like they just used a spell there from Ornery Backslider here, which is the Vindictive Glare. Yeah, Vindictive Glare. It's not that good. That's pretty much all there is to say about it. It's just not that good. There's nothing really about it that's really good. And here comes Bootlicka. Oh man, this guy is so dead, dude. And so is honestly Ornery Backslider. I mean, I got the dream team here of my Thane and Lord. Oh, alright. So I'm going in here for those orc big guns, which is always a good idea. Get them up. I really want these orc arrow boys also dead. Honestly, orc archers suck at range, really. I mean, they're there, they do their job, right? But they're not going to be doing anything too amazing. But really, a good strategy for both multiplayer and campaigns to get savage orc arrow boys. Because then, like, they got the ranged firepower that they need to be, like, the archer threat, just to have them there. But then they can also do actually pretty good melee. Because these orc arrow boys, they're not bad melee. 23-14, it's not great, but they're a lot better than other archers. And especially if like really bad light cav gets into it, if you have savage orc arrow boys, they're going to be able to hold their own for quite a while, if not be able to throw them off. Of course, any heavy cav or serious backline like threat comes, they'll of course get overrun, but they'll be able to do a lot more damage than a normal ranged unit would be able to. Now they might have some Night Goblin archers. I keep getting them mixed up. All the orc names are like super confusing, dude. But I don't think they have a lot of range power this time around. Ornery Backslider, of course, is running away like a little coward. Yeah, here they are. Or is instantly into my Quarreler fire, and oh man, look at the HP drop. What's going on? What Dwarf Warriors have? They only have that bronze shield, but it's not that bad. Now, where is their lord here? Where'd he go? I lost him. Oh, there he is. Let's see, maybe I'll actually reposition these guys. Charge defense against large foes. Charge defense, okay. Nasty Skulkers, they might go around the flank a little bit there. Now the main line has engaged. Let's get some of these boys up. Let's see, yeah, I'm gonna get those miners up to boost those lines so they don't crumble. And I'm pulling the Slayers around because it looks like these Nasty Skulkers are getting some funny ideas. Now they're a Lord in here, and he's dead. Oh, there he goes down. I think my Lord killed him. Good job. I have to name this Lord after someone. And I think I know just who to name him if he survives this battle. Arch Throwers again out there, they're having fun. Get my Slayers into these guys. They went for my Quarrelers. They're not going to have a good time because Quarrelers are heavily armored. Especially since I got my Slayers here to support. They're going to get torn up pretty quickly. Pullers are doing good. The main line is doing well. I'm going to split up my heroes here to cover both of these lines to make sure they don't break. And we're pushing them back. These orcs, they're meeting against a wall of pure steel of Gromril and Dwarven Resolve, and they are failing to bust through. Now this is my dwarf army right here. This is how I know how to play the dwarves. Super defensive and just let the enemy break themselves upon your iron shield wall. Now my Slayers are just running down these Nasty Skulkers. Get out of here, you gobbos. You is not better than them because you are just trash. Now we're gonna get around this guy and try to break these big guns as fast as possible. And then we're gonna push and try to take out their Lord here. Actually, he's gotten close enough to attack into melee, and so that's a very big mistake on his part. I'll pull these Slayers back. Those guys are shattered at this point. They're not coming back. Get some more support for these guys. Let's try and close the distance into these archers. Oh, their Lord is shattered. Don't let him get away, boys. Don't let him get away. He's so low. What are you doing? Get him. Now, he's faster than any of our lords, but is he faster than a crossbow bolt? I think not. Oh, he's so low. Crossbows are hitting all his friends, goons. It's 55 HP, 40. Those shafts coming in. Oh, is this gonna be the volley to do it? Oh, and it is. He goes down. Crossbow right into his back. And just like that, the green horde diminished. And now we have a clear shot right at their capital. Vengeance is almost ours, brothers. Righty, here we are. The vengeance for our previous fallen army. These orcs have eaten it. Bootlicker and Ornery Backslider are now dead, and their armies are pretty much shattered. Execute the captives. We shall release none of these grobby scum. And with that, their armies are like pretty much gone. Super low, and if they fall back there, then we can hopefully wipe them out here and succeed where my previous army had failed. And then if we can take that, I think we'll be in a really good position. And then can really expand where we need to for economic gain and kind of build up a powerhouse here. Now, my Lord has leveled up again. Re-inspiring presence. Just because I always like that. And let's see, we'll get Deadly Blade for this one. Now, if I can succeed in taking this city here, I think I'll reward this character with naming him after yours truly. But we'll have to win the battle first. Which I don't think will be much of an issue. Their garrison. Yeah, they don't really have anything left now. In fact, the balance bar is pretty even. And I think we've seen enough of these red-eyed tribe scum. So I'm going to go for an auto-resolve. That's fair. Dwarf Warriors and Miners. None of these units are really that important to me. As awful as that sounds, I'm not really worried about losing a Dwarf Warrior or a Miner unit here or there. Save me some trouble. And likewise, I'm going to quick save and take the settlement. Wow, all my Dwarf Warriors are dead. That is something else, but it doesn't matter because with this done, faction destroy the Red Eye tribe. Bam. And just like that, we have taken vengeance for our previous brothers who failed to take this. And we have righted the wrong in the Book of Grudges, and we are good. Damn, Karak Ungor is finally ours. Man, he leveled up twice, actually. And unfortunately, we did lose literally like everything there, almost. So we'll have to rebuild for a little while, but we don't actually have an enemy to really be worried about right now. It's very good. These guys are where I want to go, but looks like Mount Gunbat is actually under siege by Zufbar here. Let's just see if there's anything more we can do in diplomacy. Not quite. But we're getting there. Man, it's going up to 83 with them. Wow. Maybe let's see.
Sigma's god Ulrich can judge it worthy or not.
I don't know if I want to promise that yet. Anyways, that's the Red Eye tribe dealt with, and that is our home 2 provinces secured here. Peak Pass and the northern World's Edge Mountains are completely in our control now. We're close. We're close to the north now, and have a really nice place to kind of just build up here for a little while. And okay, where's the growth actually? Yeah. Go here, construction. Yeah. I might actually change that to growth here, but because it's growing just so slow, and I really need this to go up. But who knows? Alrighty. And I think with that victory, with the naming of war here, I'll name this a little cheeky Zero Siphon in there. With this army now proving itself in the fires of battle, I'm gonna take it elsewhere. And of course, I'm gonna move over these troops to under an Iron Fist now that I can afford him. Transfer all the forces. Then I'll take Ungrim back to go and build up an army to push south so he can get some levels. But then me and Zero here, me and Kayan, we're gonna hold up here. I'm gonna build a secondary army with this, and maybe this can be my northern expedition. Maybe see if I can go up and save the Crack Drac. Who knows? Bite off some amps. While this army kind of goes south, deals with more orcs and the like. But yeah, I think that's a good place to end off this episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and comment down below. We got some exciting places to go now with a real home base secured and with vengeance achieved. We're in a really good position to kind of start doing some more exciting stuff. So I hope you stick around, hit subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content, and have a fantastic day.